Hello boys and girls, I'm currently videoing you on my Google 4A Pixel, which is my brand new camera phone. Now, I'm glad I've got this because when I went down to the allotments this morning, I only had, because I hadn't got the phone and the SIM card this morning. I had the phone but not the SIM card. I went down with my GoPro. So hopefully you'll be able to see there's a difference in quality between the GoPro, which you're going to see next, and this Google 4A Pixel, or Pixel 4A, or whatever it's called. So yeah, we're doing an Allium bed, fit for a king, today. So yeah, hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you at the end. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay. Now, we're using the GoPro today because I haven't got my new SIM card for the new phone. So please bear with us with that. I noticed yesterday when I did a little bit of filming with the GoPro, my voice seemed slightly out of sync and very bassy. So if that's the case, then I can only apologise for that, boys and girls. I will try and take the bass from my voice. We're going to get these onions out and garlics out today and get them into the beds, because in here they're outgrowing the little cells. Certainly on the garlics they're coming on rampantly. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be filling up that big bed on the lady farmer's side where I started the onions off last week. So the censure are all starting to sprout there. It's the roots we're after more than anything else. So we're going to get the roots established, and you can bet £1 to a penny that the roots are. You can actually see the roots bursting through the surface of the compost there that they're in. So that's going to be the first job for today, getting those out. So I've got my little hand fork, which is over here. It's a new one, this. It was a Prezi. So I've got the little hand fork. I'm going to roughen up the soil and then get those in the ground. So, holes dug and the soil loosened. And we're going to get the shop-bought pinks in. Shop-bought pinks. And the pink germador are going to be planted into those holes. I'm going to make sure that we're getting the actual cloves about 1 inch below ground level. So what we'll do is we did the same as we did last time, is get them out of the cells, tease out the roots and plant them in about 1 inch below ground level, so that the shoots are just poking the noses up at the top. They won't be poking the noses up, they'll be as big as these bloody onions over here. But yeah, I'm sure the shop-bought stuff will catch up. It's a breed or species of garlic which is unknown to us, so we don't know what type it is. It's just from the shop. They were 39p per bulb, and we got about 10 cloves out of each bulb. So it's 3.9 pence. We'll call it 4 pence per bulb, per clove. So they're going to go in at this side. We've got 11 there. I must have only had 11 of them. That must have been one bulb, that. And there's one missing there. So it'll not be exactly uniform, will it? But we've got 12 of those over there, those pink germador. So they're going to go in 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 11. So I'm going to have to put something else sort of in the middle there. I'll just make it up with another pink germador, I think. But yeah, they're going to go in now. So that's actually what we're after. We're not actually too concerned about the shoots coming up, but it's the roots. As you can see, doing them in the cells in this way, with a loose compost mix, that's what you want. You want those roots to sort of establish themselves, and then when they go in the soil, they've got a head start. below the surface. You've got a good bit of root action going on, and loosening up the soil with the fork first before you make your hole. Again, that'll give a bit of elbow room for those roots to spread the wings underneath the soil and get a good firm anchorage below ground level. And then over winter, we're not too concerned about too much growth over winter, but when we come into the spring and the days are getting longer, that's when your major growth is going to occur. But they'll already be prepared and established below the ground. Okay, that's what we're after. So they're all in there now. We've got the shop bought pink, which are here, the shop bought white, which are there. Then we've got the Casablanca and the pink Germador, and they're all in. Now, let's go and check on the electric onions, because they're not sprouting, the electric onions. But what we need, as I say, is the root. Alright, so we may not have much shootage going on at the moment, but all we're really interested in at this moment in time is the root ball. And as you can see from that, it's got one. Okay, so in that one bed there are 46 garlic and 48 onions. I've just planted 12 of the electric up in the top, so that last, you can't see them because the snouts aren't poking through, but there's another 12 electric gone into there. These are the mixed garlic. We've got the shop bought and the official seed garlic, and then there's 12, 24, 36 Senshu Japanese overwintering onions in this section at the front. So yeah, not too bad, is it? Not too shabby. So what's that? 48 and 46. That's 94 Alliums in that 16 foot by 4 foot bed. Now I could have probably squeezed more than that in, but I want to give them plenty of sort of breathing room so that we can cut down the risk of getting the rust, the allium rust, the leaf rust on them, etc. And I've just lowered the brassica netting over it and put them to bed, basically. Now, if you're interested in how we do these brassica cages, there is a video, a how-to start to finish video, I believe, on the channel. If I can find it for you, I'll put it in the link below in the description. But it's a cracking little setup that really does work, does the business. Now, it's a brassica net, so that's really to protect it from the cabbage white butterflies and the pigeons. But we still have the pigeon issue and the blackbird issue. The blackbirds, as the shoots come up, will be pecking them out. Because it's green, it's young, it's sending its shoots up. They'll investigate it and they'll pull the onions and the garlic out. But with that over the top, it'll prevent them from getting to it. And also it'll act as a bit of a windbreak and make it a little bit warmer inside the for the winter months. So we decided I'm going to put that on. Basically it was already on, wasn't it? So those are the 22mm water pipes. You get 50 metres of those from, we get them from Screwfix, and they're about £39 I think for 50 metres of it. And the netting is scaffold debris netting. Now what I will be doing, I think in the new year, is replacing the green netting for a black netting, because it's a lot more sort of, believe it or not, transparent. You can see through and see your crops better, see your weeds through the netting. It's as though it's not even there. It's like gossamer. You can't even see the netting, but it still has the same fine weave. With the scaffold debris or building debris netting, the weave's so fine that the cabbage whites can't get through. Now smaller bugs like the aphids and whitefly, they'll still get through, so you'll have to come up with alternative solution to deal with those, which we're going to be showing you shortly as well. We're going to be doing sort of organic spray control, a video on that. But yeah, that's the bed. As I say, what did I say? There's 94 Alliums in there, and it's all ready for winter now. I'll just leave that over the top. The netting is dead easy to lift back up. It's on these, it slides up on these zip ties, so you pull the zip ties up and the zip ties retain it back, because they're quite tight around the hoops, and that holds it all back up there. At the bottom it's just sort of tagged onto these little nails that are protruding about 8mm, or about a quarter of an inch or so, and it just hooks onto that. The net just sort of hooks onto that gently and keeps it in place. Anyway, hope you like that. Okay, yeah, so that'll also prevent the sycamore. There's a massive sycamore over there, and the helicopters from the sycamore descend down upon our plots and leave their seeds everywhere. Can you see them? So I'm going to go around and take them all out. I've took them all out of here before I actually planted the Alliums in there, but it will stop those sycamore helicopters dropping on, and other leaves from dropping onto the soil. And as I say, it won't prevent the white fly and the green fly and what have you from going in there, but the white fly and the green fly won't be bothering these Alliums at all. They don't like the Alliums, so they'll be unmolested by them buggers. Inside that tent, doesn't really matter, as I say, if they get in. So there we go. Keep growing with your heads down. Remember, we love you all. And I hope you enjoy the 4A, the Pixel 4A that we're filming on. It's got great night light settings for filming at night as well, this, so I'm going to try some of that later on down the line. But keep growing with your heads down. We love you all, and remember, take care of yourselves and each other in these troubling times. Bye bye, boys and girls. Have a good weekend.